Hello YouTubers, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a short update and maybe a little bit of running. As you can see, I've extended the little cassette switcher, whatever you want to call it, little area where I'm going to be staging trains. It's a little janky right now, but I'm going to fix it. You can see where I marked where the stud was, and it didn't line up with the pink foam that I had left over, so I had to put an extension out. It's fine because I wanted to screw through solid wood anyway rather than just putting the pink foam directly to the bracket, because it doesn't hold very well. To be honest with you, I'm not really a fan of the pink foam. I'll show you why here in a little bit. But got a couple of little short trains staged here. You can see how the layout is progressing if I lift up the camera. So let's move up the line, and I'll show you the next thing that I want to talk about. So a little bit on this locomotive here. This is the one that Jim gave me. Beautiful loco. It runs amazing. This entire layout is actually just planned off of this singular locomotive. When I got it from Jim, it didn't have sunshades on it. I'm not sure why. Maybe he misplaced them, or maybe the prototype he was going for didn't have them. But I got some white ones from Details West. I painted them orange, tried to match the colors best possible, and then heavily weathered it to, try to capture the same weathering that Jim did when he sent it to me. Amazing weathering job. I love Jim's weathering. Also, I put KD 158s on it, semi-scale couplers. The back one, the coupler pocket was super tight, and I couldn't get the coupler pocket all the way in. So there's no screw in it, but it is very tight. I'm not worried about it coming loose. If it comes loose one day, I'll file it down and fix it right. I should have done it in the first place, but I didn't realize it until I got the coupler pocket halfway back in, realized I couldn't get it all the way in, and then I couldn't get it back out. And so I just left it. If it rattles loose later, vibrates, comes out, I'm not worried about it. I can fix it the proper way. Okay, so the cornfield is mostly in. I miscounted again. I need one more corn row kit from Walthers. Yeah, it's a process doing the corn rows, and I didn't want to dull coat them or spray paint them with any kind of oil-based paints because they might have gotten brittle and broke. So I just painted the tops and I left them the regular color. So hopefully that works. I started on the irrigation ditch and the irrigation pump and pole. The pole comes out of the ground. The cattails, reeds, whatever you want to call them, are from, I believe it's either Walthers or Bush. They're the same thing. Walthers imports them from Bush and calls them their own. They're usually cheaper from Bush if you buy like the cornfield and the cat reeds, cattails, whatever. They're actually cheaper from Bush than they are from Walthers, which I don't understand why. Maybe import prices. There are some little bushes and stuff. There's no actual water in there yet. I just have it painted black and a little bit of green on the edges. So yeah, the water will be probably the last thing poured. The pole does come out of the ground, so I can reach back there and work on stuff. The irrigation pump there, that is a 3D printed part from eBay. I forget the name of the seller. I'll try to find it and put the link in the description. I think it's a little big, actually. It's for HO, but I think it's a little big. I don't know. Let me know what you think. The cornfield's looking pretty good. I am going to extend it out. I've got marks on here with a pencil where I think I can put more rows. I want to go all the way to the edge. But as it is now, it's, this little scene right here is going to be nice. It's going to be cute. I don't think it's going to work. And then as you can see in the background, the corn syrup cornmeal plant is looking pretty good. It's not done. Obviously, I got a lot more to do, but I like to move around and change things up, do different things. That way I don't get bored, But I've got the dirt laid in there, no grass or anything. Let's move these cars out of the way. And then you can see that the corn syrup side of the plant is looking pretty good. It's got the hose hanging down. It hangs just out of the way of that tank car, which I have 2 of those identical. The weathering's not done. I want to weather a little bit more. You can see there's some details inside the dark bay there. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but it's got the details on the roof and water stains, and the front of the building's looking okay. No signage yet. I kind of got sick of working on this one and moved to a different project, and then eventually got on the cornfield and the irrigation ditch. But yeah, the strip at the bottom under the staircase there is going to be painted concrete color. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm not feeling very good today. But anyway, I've got the trailer park planned out, how it's going to go. I got an old trailer from the old layout there. I've got a bunch of kits from different companies I'm going to put in there. The trailer park and the gas station will be last because I don't want to break them when I have to reach over. You can see the road is still looking pretty much the same. I do have some details in to see how they look. Jim's is all set up again. It was completely wiped out. And then I put all the details back to do this video. And then I did a Chicago Central Mow truck. Pardon the shakiness. I'm going to see if I can try to zoom in a little bit on that truck, because it's a neat looking truck. I have to do the mirrors yet. I haven't done them. And then there's details in the back of it. I don't know how well you can see that because I can't see the screen on my phone. But it's got little details in there, tools, a toolbox. The truck didn't come with a tailgate when I bought it. It was already painted orange. I just added the Chicago Central decal to the door, which is an N-scale decal. I left it orange because I like it. It's close to ICG. And then put a piece of styrene as a tailgate and dirtied it up. But yeah, I custom built this little building. I know the roll-up door looks a little goofy going all the way to the top, but whatever. It's weathered up. Looking pretty good. Dirt will go in this area and gravel. I better zoom out because this is really shaky now. I don't know. Is that right? Oops, finger on there. Maybe this is the way it's supposed to go. I don't know. I've got a little bit of popping up of the parking lot back there and the road in the middle. I gotta put a slit in the road and put some glue down in there and weight it down and glue it back down. But as you can see, I've got the road done going across the 2 tracks here and coming all the way down. Oh, I've got the grain mill mocked up as well. So there's a few things in here. Pardon the overly weathered rock car, it looks really bad. The rock car is the only one that doesn't go through this section here. There's a little V dip right here, and the just the one side of the Rock Island car derails. I like the wheel squeaking, that sounds realistic. And then this car, the Intermountain car, doesn't want to go around the tight radius, it rubs. But all the rest of them roll really nice through there. Oops, that hit. Okay, I got the doors mocked up. How they're gonna go. I do have the doors over there. I know the cutouts don't look straight, but with the doors flush fitting on the outside, it hides most of the crap that I did. I built this little building here. The doors are 3D printed from a guy off of eBay. This is a really cool thing. I want to show you this. Maybe you'll think it's cool, I hope, because I think this is really neat. Let me try to zoom this in again. The support for the porch railing, the porch is all scratch built or whatever, kit bashed, but it's sitting on a cinder block. I got some 3D printed cinder blocks. I want to say it was from the same guy that had the irrigation pump, but I can't remember. Just go onto eBay, type in HO cinder block, and you'll find these. He's also got mailboxes, single mailboxes, and they're very nice. So anyway, I'll try to find the link to all these eBay pages if you're interested. I liked the door. Whoop, wrong way. I liked the doors and details and stuff that these sellers had. These are all right here in the middle. This is all wood, obviously. I know they're not straight. They're just mocked up and sitting there. All the pieces are loose. But half of this, I think the top half of this I'm going to do in sheet metal, and then the bottom half's going to be in really faded rustic white with gray showing through, and you know, the wood grains. Do the same thing for that building except no sheet metal on it. I don't know what I'll do for the roof yet, but just kind of making it up as I go. In the foreground here is the farm supply dealer. Not much has been done with this because it's on the foreground. I don't want to break anything when I'm reaching over to the back side of the layout. But there'll be lumber and, you know, team track for unloading farm machinery. I have a combine on a flat car that I'm doing up. And then I have a bunch of other detail stuff that I'm doing up. But anyway, that is the gist of the Chicago Central layout in 1989. I'm sure I have more stuff to talk about, but I just can't remember it right now off the top of my head. But I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to cut it here and then give you a run-by with the locomotive and some freight cars or something. So take care and see you next time. So earlier when I told you I wasn't a fan of the pink foam, this is another one of the reasons. I put dirt down on top of it, real dirt, wet it, put glue on it to put static grass, and it did this. It might be the temperature change in my shop, I don't know, but it's doing it in all the areas. That area back there, not so bad, but yeah, I don't know. And this, I split this up. I did that section first back there, and then like 3 months later I did this one with different Elmer's glue because I had run out, and it still did the same thing, and they're different brands of static grass. So I don't know what's going on with the pink foam.